Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be reviewing the Giro Imperial II carbon road cycling shoes. Giro's Imperial shoes have been a longtime favorite among recreational and professional cyclists. The new Imperial II are a long-awaited update to the Imperial lineup that adds the latest carbon fiber technology, as well as the new BOA Fit system. As far as packaging, you can see we have the simple BOA box in here, the BOA branding, and this is actually what it was shipped in with just some basic tape on it. I'll go ahead and open this up. We'll go over the specs. So retail price on this is $424.95. You have forged carbon outsole, which is the newest feature, so it gives you improved stiffness, and you can see a nice subtle carbon fiber weave. These have a dual BOA Li2 dial system with the alloy dial, so you have that really cool alloy dial effect with the micro tightening and loosening. You also have their flat knitted synth upper. So you can see it's a nice tight knitted upper material with TPU bonding to give everything a really nice smooth finish, and you have tons of ventilation here with the see-through transparent panels along the front. You also get their adjustable arch support. So it's part of their supernatural fit system, which lets you swap out the arch for either a thicker or a thinner version using the same insole with just Velcro attachments. And then you also have the standard 3-bolt compatibility, so SPD SL or Lakio cleats should mount up directly onto these. As far as what comes with these, you can see we have these shoes, some basic packing material. We also get the Giro branded traveling bag, which is always a nice feature with premium shoes. Great way to store or travel with them. We get the other Velcro attachments for the arch support. So you can see we have the large arch and then the low arch. So nice and thin or very thick. You also have some hardware as well. So you can see you have the cleat bolts, instruction manual, and some basic BOA tagging. Now let's take a look at the weight of the shoes. If we take the right shoe and put it on the scale, this is a Euro 43.5. Comes in at 262 grams. And we put the left shoe, it's a little bit less at 260. The Giro Imperial II shoes are one of Giro's top road cycling shoes and are designed to maximize performance and minimize weight. Visually, the shoes have a familiar shape with their unique hyper-breathable Synchwire upper with the transparent panels along the front. Giro has retained their signature clean styling with these shoes and retained a really smooth exterior, so you can see almost transparent boundaries between the little edges, and you have a single color here. This is the all-white version. They also have an all-black version. With this white version, you can see I have the contrasting black on the outsole and along the interior. Very basic branding, just Giro on the side, and then another Giro right off the front. You have a traditional upper construction here as well, so you have a tongue design with the multi-row cable routing and the BOA dials on the side. And then you can see very flexible with not much structure. The main structure here is obviously the toe bumper, and then along the heel to keep you in place when you're doing sprints. As far as the color schemes, again, there's 2 colors, and they're all really clean. If you look really closely, you can even see a nice texture to the upper, so it has a really knitted, a nice tight knitted construction. And then this TPU material for extra strength, so you can see around the edges, it's a little bit stiffer to prevent any pressure points, but it's still quite flexible. It's also a really cool design, as you can see right through it, and they've added a little bit of contrast here. So the previous version, you had separate panels, but with this one, you can see it's just one big transparent section with a little color grading here on the transparent section to give it a little bit more separation. As far as the closure system, they've updated to the latest BOA Li2 dials. So these are the Type D dial, which is a alloy dial cover. So really attractive, nice slim construction. And you get micro tightening and micro loosening, so you can do adjustments while you're riding. And then with the standard pull to release all the tension. The cable routing on here has a 2-row design for each dial, so you can adjust the fit in the toe box and on the ankle. Really nice and flexible tongue, so you can see it's nice thin material, so you won't have any pressure points. and again, highly ventilated. As far as the outsole, this is also brand new. This is their unidirectional forged carbon. So it's a little bit hard to see, but there's a very subtle carbon fiber texture here, but otherwise a matte finish, and you can see nice and wide all the way through instead of going super narrow. You don't have any vents here, which is kind of surprising. Instead, it's one piece, and you can see you have the slightly raised section in the center, a small toe bumper, and then the heel bumper here, which actually has a bolt on the inside, so that means it is replaceable. You have standard 3-bolt compatibility, so you can see 3 bolts here and a little bit of textured material along the center. With this unidirectional forged carbon, this is claimed to be stiffer than the previous version, and without the venting you have this nice strong single piece. As far as the insole here, see if I pull this out, this is what they call their supernatural fit system. So it's a nice foam insole, but the coolest thing here is you actually have the removable insole piece. So it's a little foam attachment, and you can swap it out. From the factory, you can see it comes with the medium arch, but if you have a taller arch, you can swap that in place. Or if you have a flatter foot, you can put the thinner one. It's a cool feature we've seen with the Shimano S-PHYRE, and it gives you a custom fit without having to buy custom insoles. Otherwise, the insoles have this nice rounded design, so it eliminates any pressure points on the inside. And if you look on the inside of the shoe, you can see pretty much transparent. You can see right through these little transparent windows. And even though you don't have vents on the bottom, you have plenty of ventilation with all these openings here and the little perforations on the tongue. Now let's take a look at these shoes on the road. As you can see, they have a nice sleek design, especially in the all white. They match just about anything, and has a nice modern appearance with the combination of the alloy BOA Li2 dials and a nice Synchwire lightweight upper material. You can see you have that big vent on front, so these are very cold shoes, even though you don't have a vent on the underside, on the outsole. With that big wraparound front vent, you feel the air flow through it. So even on cold mornings, you probably want to wear thicker gloves or thicker socks. And then on warmer days, these are a really great shoe to run as you have that nice airflow. So very comfortable. With the adjustable arch support, we also found them to be very comfortable to wear. They fit our higher arch really well, and then it's customizable without having to go to custom insole. So really easy to adjust, and with these, they're pretty anatomical. So we thought they were similar to an S-PHYRE shoe. So you had a nice wide toe box on the front, and then again, plenty of arch support with the standard medium arch pad that's included with these shoes out of the box. So overall impressed with them, easy to adjust the fit with the BOA dials, and no pressure points as they've really fine-tuned all of the critical locations. For sprints or climbing, you also have a nice stiff shoe, and you really forget about them. So with a really good shoe, you don't get any pressure points or discomfort, which is what we found here. The big downside here is only available in white and black, and with the white color, it's a nightmare to keep clean, so you have to make sure you wipe these down at least weekly so they don't start to look too ratty. But otherwise, really nice shoe, and it's great to see the upgrades here. So you get the newest BOA dials, better carbon fiber, and the adjustable insole, so you get a nice features with that same classic Giro styling. As you can see here, we've done quite a wide range of reviews of shoes, but at the top end of the shoes, you have the Shimano S-PHYRE. These are the power version, so a bit more expensive than the Imperial, but you have similar white finish, but a very cool crystal rear heel cup and the crystal finish around the edges. With this one, you get the single BOA dial, but you can see the same Type D dial with the alloy cover, which is really attractive. But with this one, it's more designed for sprinting, so you get the single dial in a stiffer fit. They also have the S-PHYRE, so this is the RC903. Beautiful blue finish with this iridescent finish on there, but you can see with this one, the Imperial, you get a lot more ventilation with that transparent panel versus the standard perforation design that Shimano uses. The outsoles are pretty interesting as well. You can see similar shaping, so nice wider foot, but the Shimano design actually conceals the carbon fiber underneath this center section rather than having it fully exposed. So it's a little bit more integrated versus just having the big outsole that you can see on the Giro shoe. We also have the DMT KR0 full knit construction. So you can see even more flexible than the Imperial. And you can see it's a one-piece design versus the separate tongue. You also have a lot more ventilation on the outsole. but that does compromise some of the stiffness. And you can see it's not the unidirectional forged carbon. The other shoe we really like is the Bont. This is the Riot 24 in the shiny gold, so nice color. It's always nice to see a little bit more color than just black and white. But the nice thing about Bont is with this Euro 44 wide, you can see just how much wider it is. So if you have a wide foot, I'd highly recommend something like Bont. While this is still very comfortable, you can see it's not quite that shape. And with the Bont, you have more of that bathtub effect, so you can see how the carbon fiber goes all the way up. While the Imperial, you do get the additional stiffness along the bottom section, but not quite as exaggerated. Now let's go over the pros and cons for the Giro Imperial II shoes. What I like about them is they have a nice sleek appearance. You have a smooth single color scheme with nice soft transitions between the different elements and that really big vent on the front. So you have really nice cooling, so you definitely feel the air flowing through these shoes. And they're also very stiff with the carbon fiber sole, a nice anatomical shaping with the adjustable arch support. As far as negatives, the only negative with these shoes is the fact that they're only available in white and black. No fun color scheme, so you're very limited as far as colors. Taking everything into account, would give these shoes a 9.5 out of 10. It's a really nice upgraded and updated Imperial model. Thanks for watching this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can see more content from us on our website at thesweetcyclist.com, as well as follow us on Instagram at thesweetcyclists. This is The Sweet Cyclist reminding you to enjoy the ride.